Hey guys, if you were like me, you probably find these chronic infections to be really interesting. I mean, if you're like dissociated enough from it, but especially the genetic sequencing aspect of it. Especially when I come across posts like the ones I'm about to show you. Forgive me if this is not something you're interested in. It's my hyperfixation and I just needed to tell somebody before I explode. Anyway, on Twitter, I came across a post. So Turn asks, have you seen one of the repeat cryptic samples that you've seen in the same sewer shed changing over time? Ryan Hisner replies,
It's not uncommon to see extreme changes in chronic sequences. Sometimes you see a relatively conventional accumulation of mutations over time, but often there are clearly two or more different lineages within the patient, and they sometimes flip back and forth between them over time.
like what? Okay, it goes on, hold on. But how wild is that? He continues,
One of the most incredible examples is this BA.1.17.
and just for quick background, the BA.1.17 variant is from an infection that occurred in early 2022. It was one of the original Omicrons. They've been infected for almost 2 years. Pardon the interruption, Mr. Hisner. Please continue, as you were saying.
One of the most incredible examples is this BA.1.17, all from the same patient. The most recent sequence is on the bottom branch, but most of the later sequences were from the top branch.
If you are visually impaired, what it looks like is kind of like one of those family tree pedigree genealogy charts, in which maybe you would see you and then your parents, your grandparents, and then all there. But this is kind of in opposite order, so it's you and then your children and your children's children. That's what it looks like. Now, just like if you would do a 23andMe test and you would be able to determine who your mother is, your father, your ancestors, and who's related, that's how they're able to look at this genetic sequencing. So with an entire sewer shed of different variants coming together, they're able to tell that this one, or these few specifically, are the descendants of this one specific infection that's occurring in one person. Now, they haven't identified who this individual it is, but it's really interesting to watch in real time. Like, right now, it's mutating within them, and you can see it. Okay, getting it together. Anyway, as we were saying, Johnson replies,
This was a sampling of the receptor binding domain of the Wisconsin lineage over the course of a year. It changed quite a bit.
And what we see pictured here is the table of one of the cryptic lineage cases. There are columns indicating different mutations and whether that mutation has changed or is the same. Then there is a timeline aspect of it to indicate the change status as time goes on. Anyway, I thought it was completely fascinating. If it's not your thing, that's cool. It's fine. I get it. I'm just going to sit with it for a bit, though.